During the weapons deal, the man noticed the woman's technique was extremely professional. She completed the assembly process in just 10 seconds. To test her identity, Arthur deliberately adjusted the sniper parameters off target, yet she still hit the bullseye accurately from hundreds of meters away. At that moment, Arthur was certain this woman was also an assassin. Arthur was actually a top-tier hitman who had submitted his retirement request to his handler. However, the very next day, his boss assigned him this custom weapons sale mission. But then, the woman asked him to fire a shot next to her to test the silencer's effectiveness. Arthur could have killed her right then and there, but he needed to confirm whether she was sent by his handler. So he proposed needing a week to improve the components, and the woman readily agreed. On his way back, he deliberately kicked and damaged his car's bumper. At the repair shop, he casually picked up a steel pipe, galvanized iron sheets, and car gears. Back home, Arthur began his modification project. He dismantled the gears to extract the bearings, used the galvanized sheets to create sleeves, and cut the steel pipe into small sections to form inner tubes. A perfect silencer was born. But the most crucial element was the bullet. Arthur used a file to smooth the bullet head, drilled a small hole, and injected mercury into it. A week later, the two met again. Arthur handed over the specially crafted bullets in a candy box to the woman, who surprisingly gave him extra payment. Everything seemed normal. The next day, the female assassin arrived at the assassination site with her sniper rifle, targeting none other than Arthur himself. She pulled the trigger without hesitation, never expecting the rifle to backfire and kill her instantly. Arthur's suspicion had been completely correct. This woman was indeed an assassin sent by his handler, with the sole purpose of eliminating him after the deal was completed. A month later, Arthur was walking with his girlfriend in the snow when they suddenly discovered a set of unfamiliar footprints. His professional instincts immediately kicked in, and he pulled his girlfriend behind a rock just as bullets whizzed past them. Arthur quickly returned fire and successfully eliminated the assassin, but he suspected even his girlfriend might be an enemy plant, since no one else besides her knew his whereabouts. Though it pained him, survival meant everything, so he raised his gun toward her. Just then, a third assassin appeared. Thanks to his lightning-fast reflexes, Arthur once again escaped danger. After fleeing Siberia, Arthur used a payphone to contact his handler, and they met at a coffee shop. His boss handed him car keys and told him to hide out in a small town, but Arthur didn't follow instructions. Instead, he chose a different town entirely. There, he disguised himself as a photographer and rented a house that allowed him to observe his surroundings. The lonely life led him to meet Annie, and they quickly fell in love. However, the assassin's natural paranoia nearly caused him to make another terrible mistake when he found a gun in Annie's bag. Fortunately, he discovered just in time that Annie only carried the weapon for protection. Both her sisters had been killed by robbers. This misunderstanding made Arthur realize his paranoia had grown too severe, but in his line of work, carelessness meant death. His handler contacted him again, arranging another gun-making job. The client was none other than that blonde female assassin. Sensing danger, Arthur secretly made deadly modifications to the sniper rifle.